What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pen Scout Hunt. Today I'm going to be reviewing something built by saddle hunters for saddle hunters, and that's the Panther Platforms Quick Climber. So this is the Panther Platforms Quick Climber. Comes standard with a 52-inch band. You can upgrade that with a 60-inch band, get you on a little bit bigger trees. Total weight of just the platform is 5.8 pounds, and I think they list it for 6.5 pounds with the 3-step aider, which I have a 5-step aider right here that I upgraded, but with just a 3-step aider and then the band that goes around the post to set your platform on the tree, you're looking at right around 6.5 pounds. So if you're used to climbing sticks, or you're used to, hunting out of a traditional climber, I mean, I think this kind of, it's just a hybrid of that. If you like hunting out of a saddle, you can still do that. If you like hunting out of a climber and the way it climbs, hey, you can still do that with this. So to get started, like I said, you're going to need the their quick climber. They also sell 30 feet of rope, climbing rated rope, and then they sell this little rope bag, man. And the way you fold it up, they've came out with a good idea. And so we're going to get this on a tree and show you how this works here in a second, but I just kind of wanted to highlight what you're going to need to get started. You're going to need a saddle. Any kind of saddle will work. I like one with an adjustable bridge. That way I can, as I'm climbing up the tree or rappelling, I can get that bridge shorter. It seems like it works better than a longer bridge. The retractable pull-up ropes. This is the Summit Doles gear hoist. They sell one too. You can still get it on their website, but just something to be able to retrieve your rope after you're done. Some other things you're going to need to get started, which they also sell on their website, is the Trango Virgo. It's just it's a belay device with assisted braking. A lot of guys are still using the Mad Rock and the Gree. They sell this one, and I've used all of them, and this one, I mean, it really does. It's nice to belay with this device. And then also a climber rated carabiner. So, saddle, your belay, a carabiner, your rope, and your platform, your climber platform. That's all you're gonna need to get started with this. And go to their website, they have everything that you need. So just as a disclaimer, I'm not a professional climber, and I don't claim to be. So whatever you see here, don't think it's the end all be all. Always refer to the manufacturer specifications and all of the equipment you use. Check your ropes for any damage or anything that could possibly be wrong. Check your hardware. Just you got to double check everything before you start a climb. So just as a disclaimer, what you see here, I'm just highlighting a product that I think is very useful for mobile hunters. Use at your own risk, and be careful. So let's get it on the tree. So first thing you're going to do is get it out of these locking pins. I just come up to the tree like this. I just rest it right here. Go take the band around the tree. I put my knee into it. I insert it in the hole right here. So now it's locked to the tree at this point. So I got to figure out my angle, just like you would do a climber. You got to figure out that angle, because as you get to the top, that tree gets narrower. So I know my angle's not good right here, so I'm going to adjust it some more. Adjust my angle, and I can see I got a pretty good angle right here as I get to the top. I'm going to go a little bit further, because this is one of the things that makes this product good, is they're giving you a head start with this aider. So you could normally in a climber, you'd start down here with your feet. But with this, the reason the aider's on the platform is I can start it up here, and I'm getting a 6.5 foot head start already, just basically on this aider. So now I need to look at that angle, and maybe if it's going to stay there and I'm going to start my climb from here, I need to adjust my angle. So let's go one more notch. We're gonna go on this side. So it locked in for you, but you know, put some weight on it and double check that it is locked in. So you can also go to Panther platforms on YouTube. They have all these videos of them climbing, and they've thought of everything. Every question that I've thought about, you know, watching their videos, I'm like, well, what about this? It's like 30 seconds later in the video, they address that. So, you know, this is just another avenue for this product to get seen. So the way I like doing it, just because I like to be tethered to the tree before I start my climb, and a lot of guys, what they're doing is they're throwing this all the way up the tree and then just kind of free climbing with the aider. I like setting it up right here with about one step on the aider. Go ahead and taking my rope bag off that you can get on their website. And what's cool about this is they have a sewn loop in the end of this. So you pretty much just girth hitch this around the tree with this loop. And the whole rope bag feeds around the tree and back into the loop, and that's how you're getting your girth hitch. I go ahead and start with my belay device and my carabiner on the rope. And so what you're gonna do is just take your loop, go around the tree, feed your entire bag and hardware through here, and girth hitch it. I take this hardware, I put it back in its slot in the front, pull some line out, and I go ahead and clip it. They have these Molly clips, and I'll show you a close-up here in a second of it. And basically it just clips on right there. So my hardware's on, my rope's girth hitched to the tree. I'm gonna step up. And this is how I'm getting my height to start. That way, if I climb, even if though I'm only 5-6 feet off the ground, you know, at least I already have something here to catch me. So at this point, I'm clipping back into my bridge right here. So from here, I just belay off, and then my rope's set. So now if I fall as I'm going up the tree, man, at least I have some sort of insurance, even though it's not that far of a fall. So that's when I'm gonna raise mine up right here. I'm gonna set it, put a little weight on it, let those teeth bite. You don't have to put your feet in the trees like on this one. I mean, I can do it here, but I'm gonna get right here, and I'm just adjusting my slack. So now that I'm here, I gotta get my girth hitched to the top of me. Now I'm just gonna readjust it. Take up my slack with my belay device. Check it with my weight, make sure it's locked in. So what's preferred over this versus sticks? Why would a guy move from a stick to a climber platform? I would say one, just ease of use. 90% of the time, even guys with sticks, and I'm just speaking on my experience, I always seem to find a straight limbless tree anyway. So why not just take something where it's easier to climb? After I'm done hunting, I can belay down, take my rope off, and go to the house instead of trying to find my footing in the dark with those sticks. I'm not having to hug the tree. So here's how you climb. You want to cinch your slack all the way up, stand on your tippy toes right here. So right here they have these footholds, and your feet just go in here. And this is where you're going to start your climb. All right, so to climb up the tree, you're pretty much using your saddle as your top of your climber. So all you're gonna do is push off on the tree, load your weight up in the saddle, and go up the tree. And then when you stand up, this is when I adjust my slack up. I'm gonna set my weight back, and this is the only part in the system that's kinda, you gotta be fast with, to me, is introducing slack into the rope. To raise it, you're not gonna be able to do that if this belay device is all the way up here. So that might be a good case for maybe an auto block, running it on this side and attaching it with a carabiner to one of your bridge loops. So all you're doing is taking some slack out, maybe down to your belt line, and you're just running it up the tree. So now you're at the top of where you're gonna be, your hunting height. You're at the hunting height. All you're gonna do is take this post, flip it up. I'm gonna rappel down so I can squat. And I'm just gonna get in a squatting position. This is why I think it's good to have a little extra pouch on you. So you can put this webbing strap. This is what locks you to the tree, the platform to the tree once you get to hunting height. So all you're gonna do is loosen your strap up, attach one side to the post right here, go around the tree, just like you would do with any saddle platform. I'm gonna make sure my angle's good. And this is key too, and they really stress this in a lot of their videos, but you have to have this band, this strap above the climbing band. So you don't want it below it or it's not gonna work. Adjust my slack on this. Put the other end on the post and then cinch it tight. I'm gonna go back up. So what you have to do now to set your platform is, all you're doing is loading your saddle. I'm gonna load my saddle, sit in it, and then all I'm doing is lifting my feet up. And when you lift the feet up, it takes that band out of play. And this boot has to be on the tree for this to work. So now I'm locked in. I'm gonna get to my hunting position, which is right here. I'm probably gonna tie me a stopper knot if I don't run an auto block. And then now this thing is locked in.
All right, so you're done hunting for the day, and this is what's really cool about the your gear retrieval or hoist. So the Summit makes a really good one, and then Doyle's gear hoist makes one. But basically, you're going to use what you pulled your bow up with to now retrieve your rope. So you want to attach it to the running side, not the side of the loop. So this is kind of key, or you're not going to be able to get your rope down. You can go to their YouTube channel and they kind of explain it in more detail, but all I'm doing there is just attaching that Summit gear hoist to my rope so that I'll be able to pull it down. So after you've attached your rope retrieval device to your rope and you're ready to go, you pretty much just repeat the process in reverse. You'll see me here belaying down in front of my stand. That's just so I can kind of squat into the tree and take my band off. Once you have that band off, cinch it back up, put it on your shoulder, and then you're able to come down the tree. Kind of want to highlight some pros while you're watching me belay, but the biggest thing, it's a lightweight option for the run and gun hunter, man. Your platform, it's your climbing aid, and your climbing aid is your platform. It's pretty much an effortless climbing system as compared to climbing sticks. You're staying tethered to the tree the entire time. You can work around limbs just like one sticking. It's a really fast setup once you get it set up on the tree, and you're up the tree in no time. Also, at the end of the day, you're done hunting, you're tired, you go home faster after hunting. The platform's comfortable and there's hardly any foot fatigue. The built-in aider gives you a head start up the tree, and if you really take your time, they're really quiet with this system. So some cons that I could see with this system are just one, the obvious one is the learning curve that's involved with it. If you've never done it, it can probably seem overwhelming, but I feel like once you've done it, you've got it. So the other one would be limited tree selection, and then just another obvious one is the potential for noise. There's a lot of hardware involved in this, and but I feel like if you take your time, you can be pretty quiet going up the tree. And then the last one will be just price point, especially if you don't really know if you're going to like this setup. To try it, you got to buy it, and so it's going to be pricier than a DIY setup. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. I called it a review, but I mainly wanted to just highlight this product because I think it'll be very useful for you guys out there that are mobile hunters that maybe want a different option. The stand's solid. I don't think you're going to go wrong with your purchase if you buy this. But anyway, hey, thanks. If you hadn't already done, like, share, and subscribe. So the last portion of this video is just me doing a full setup without my pack or my bow or rifle. It's just 2x speed just to kind of show you a full climbing setup without all the talking. But anyway, once again, thanks for watching the video.